What's up? Semen retention. Nobody can fix your internal problems for you. Recreate yourself. Semen retention. It's about when you get on the journey of semen retention. You hear a lot of different phrases like you're returning to who you really are, and that's what I believe. But another thing with it is like people say you recreating yourself. I believe it's a bit of both, even though it kind of sound like they're opposite of each other. But I think it's just about changing yourself, man, and a lot of the times we can put up facades in front of people like we're all right and we're doing good, and it's like a lot of different stuff. We can like paint a picture, or we can forget about our problems to make it seem like they're not there. And external problems, like less serious problems, I feel like other people can help you, other people can get you through it. At the end of the day, man, when it comes to super personal, internal stuff, people can try to help you, but at the end of the day, you have to help yourself, and that's the only person that can help you. It can be a million people around you trying to get you to change, and if you don't want to change yourself, then nothing's gonna happen. Nobody can make you anything like that, man. And I think when you get on semen retention, bro, you can start caring about who you want to be in life and your purpose in life so much that who you are as a person, it has to change from the inside out. It has to change from the inside out. And that's where you kind of get the phrase like you recreate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because, I've heard sayings like, you know, semen retention, obviously your semen or your seed, that's what, it's a part of, a baby being born. But also, so it's a part of like bringing about life, but also you can like recreate life. And I think another word for it is like you kind of can like restart your life in a way. You get what I'm saying? Because like it really does bring you back to who you were naturally supposed to be. And so when you start losing that life, when you start masturbating and watching porn and being promiscuous, and you start losing your life force. Like, so everything you do, you start losing the fun and enjoyment and the life out of it. Semen retention starts bringing the life back to you. You get what I'm saying? And so when it does that, it's like it's a different life now. You get what I'm saying? You bringing yourself back to who you're supposed to be, and you kind of like re-kick like kick starting your life again. You get what I'm saying? And so that's something. Even with me just saying that, I've learned things about semen retention, and it kind of it connects so much with how I think about it too. Like it makes so much sense. And just the more I think about, you know, changing as a person and stuff like that, none of the stuff is easy. It's not easy to do any of this. You get what I'm saying? It's not easy. Defeating lust, you can do it and it's possible. And if you put your mind to it, you can do it, but it's not easy. You get what I'm saying? When you get stuck in a certain way in life, it's hard to bring yourself back out of it, you know? And so being on semen retention, it really gives you that foundation and that energy to just, you know, be who you're supposed to be in life, be who God calls you to be in life. And there isn't no amount of friends and family or people that really love you that want to see you better. Nobody can help you except yourself. And so I wouldn't always take being by yourself. I think for a weak minded person, when you're alone, it's gonna hurt you. But for a strong minded person, when you're alone, it's gonna be the best thing you can do, because you can just really get so much clarity on your life and who you want to be and what you want to do. That's what being alone is gonna do for you, because I can tell with like longer streaks that I've had on semen retention, whenever I wasn't hanging around nobody, I was always I had a much more clearer vision about my life and what I want to do in my daily habits. Whenever I start hanging around a lot of dudes and stuff, and they want to do this and they don't care about semen retention, they don't care about any of that, and they just want to go out and have fun and they don't care, and they pick on me because I ain't talking to no girls and stuff. That's when my vision start getting blurry and stuff, and I'm like, well, maybe I should do this, and I start doing this, and I stop caring about, what I really want and who I really want to be in life, because it's clouded with temporary pleasure and temporary fun. And yeah, man, sometimes if you can't hang around like minded people, you know what I'm saying? The best thing really before you can hang out with like minded people is you have to master yourself. You have to be where you can be good alone and you can be the best version of yourself. Well, that's the only place you're gonna really be the best version of yourself when you're alone, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you could find a girlfriend or a wife or good friends to be around where they could help you become better. You know, especially if they're like minded as well, they can. But I think when you kind of get a different type of clear vision when you by yourself. You be way more just you can see who you want to be and your purpose and the steps it take. You can see it so much clearer when you by yourself. You know what I mean? But also the bad side of being alone is when you're watching porn every day, when you're masturbating. This is where the loneliness is actually gonna start to hurt you a lot. You get what I'm saying? But for that strong-minded person, that person has already got them good habits, and they know what they want to be in life, and they're going hard as they can every day. It's gonna be the perfect situation for them. But for that guy who's lazy, who don't get up and do anything, who kind of they don't care about anything, being alone all the time is gonna hurt them. You get what I'm saying? Because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And so to an extent, it's about like who you want to be. Forget about being alone or being around everybody. Who you want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest thing, man. And so we a lot of men we it's a lot of men like they'll see you see on the internet like where more men are lonely, more men are single. If every man can get control of himself, that's gonna be the best thing. That's gonna be the man that's gonna change the world. That's gonna be like the society can change if men just focus on controlling themselves in every aspect and taking care of themselves and loving themselves in every aspect. You know what I'm saying? From spiritually, financially, you know what I'm saying? Uh mentally, just in every aspect. And you can only do that when you're by yourself. You get what I'm saying? Or better word to put it, like nobody's gonna help you get to that level or that stage but yourself, you know? And so I think it's a powerful thing, you know, it might be more men single and more men just lonely or whatever in this generation, but that mean we can do a lot, you know what I mean? And I just think that's a thing where we don't always need to look at loneliness and stuff as a bad thing, and nobody is gonna come save you in this world. Nobody coming to help you. It's really you versus you at the end of the day. The more you look at somebody else, the more you're gonna be in a position where you're losing the joy and the progress of what you're doing, you know? And so I could go on, but that's pretty much all I got to say, man. Peace out.